Uh-huh. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't feel so hot. Ladies and germs, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris. And if you cannot already tell by the tone of my voice and the lack of, overabundant and an excessive amount of energy that I usually come storming in with, I'm I'm not feeling so hot, guys. But I hope you're having the most beautiful time and weekend, weekday, or whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a great and healthy time doing it. Big emphasis on health, all right? Because that is the department that I am severely lacking in. So that disease that's kind of been floating around these past couple of years, man, very popular. It's illustrious and elusive. I finally got a hold of it, man. I wrangled that sucker in, dude. I got COVID, okay? And I don't know how it happened. I don't know where I got it from. Just know that I'm not thrilled about it, okay? We know that I don't like being sick, not that anyone does, but I especially just despise anything that has to do with a cold or congestion, let alone having COVID in and of itself. And it came at the worst time too because I was really feeling good, man. And let me tell you what, just like mentally, spiritually, physically, all the itchualies and ickalies and everything in between, I was killing it. I was literally winning life, if there were such a thing, man. And this just came out of nowhere, dude. I went to bed literally on top of the world. I was a king, and I wake up with COVID. Not fair at all. So I'm not feeling so great. I'm not so happy about it. But yeah, we're dealing with it. The whole family's got it, and we're just kind of trying to power through as we can. Yeah, so let me just rattle off the symptoms for you real quick. Different strains, different variants. I don't know what this is per se exactly, but we've got some shortness of breath going around. That's always a challenge for some people, and it's harder on other people for other reasons. For me, it sucks not to breathe well sometimes. When you're really trying to get a nice hit off the world. But for me specifically, when I can't get a nice breath, it's hard for me to talk a lot, man. And we know that's something I love to do. So that's a big hurdle for me as a challenge. Some people just want to breathe just to breathe. I want to breathe to speak. So yeah, we're dealing with that. It just feels like someone's playing the accordion with your lungs, dude. Just let me get one, man. Going through that. The body aches were sucking, dude. The body aches just feels like, oh man, everyone's like, I feel like I got hit by a bus. I feel like I literally got hit by a bus. That's what you hear everybody say. Got hit by a car. I got ran over a vehicle, man. And people wanna, it's a bus. It's a big, heavy thing. But I would just argue, dude, a better way to describe that is I feel like I got trampled by the marching band and they were wearing ice skates. I don't know why they were wearing ice skates, but they weren't good on balancing on, so they really took their sweet time and just covered me, dude. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's how the body aches feel, man. They don't feel great. It feels like I'm a Stretch Armstrong and someone just pulled my body in every direction as much and as hard as they could, dude. You hear that simulation theory, like, oh, we're all in a simulation or whatever. I have a new theory. I say that we're all Andy's toys from Toy Story, and I don't know what happened while I was out as a toy, but someone freaking put me through the grinder, okay? Someone threw me to the toddlers, and they gave me the toddler experience, and they beat me up, dude. But yeah, the body aches are weird, man. It's not just like pain, but it's something that's so disconnected that it almost makes you sick to your stomach in a way. It's like if every joint in your body was put together with a bolt, like you just had a screw here, screw here. It feels like someone just took a giant screwdriver and just loosened it just a couple turns. It's like it's still there, but it's just not right. It's not connected. It just doesn't feel good, man. So yeah, we're dealing with that, and then on top of sore throats and regular congestion and such. And dude, I listen. Here's the thing: I can handle the shortness of breath. I can handle the body aches. The congestion is where you really get me, dude. I hate a cold to begin with. We know this. Okay, anger, man. I have no patience for a cold at all right? I try to be a silver lining guy. I try to be like, oh, at least this, at least is that, but no. When it comes to a cold with congestion, it's just anger, rage, straight to 200 miles per hour, dude. I'm go 0 to 1,000 in an instant. If there was a drag race for who can get angry the fastest, to put two people, like those two cars that race together, I'm smoking everybody out the gate. I got no patience for it. I get so hot-headed so fast, man. I would rather anything happen than this little stuff right here, the congestion, man. It feels like somebody took a bite pump right up your nostril and just pumped it full of air. You could light some fire and go, and I would just float away like a hot air balloon, man. I'm not feeling great. I hate it, man. I'm angry. Don't let the smile fool you. Don't let the charm and the charisma and the performance that I'm putting mask the fact that I am not happy at all, man. I hate it. I despise it. I would rather anything in the world, dude. I would rather be thrown down a flight of stairs into a pile of Legos. I hate it, man. It's hell. It's actual hell. Okay, and people would say, oh, hell, it's full with murder and agony, pain and chaos and the devil's playground. Dude, yeah, right, man. Hell's full of a bunch of congested people, and I will sit on that hell, dude, because that's the truth. That's what I imagine. God forbid any of us end up there, but that's how I picture hell. It's just the Lord was just like, here, he just sprays you with something. All of a sudden, you're sick. You have, dude. Could you imagine? Thank God I don't have allergies for how pissed I get for having like a stuffy nose and a sore throat and whatever. I'm just like, I'm done, man. I'm hot. So yeah, I know people want to tell me a silver lining, like, it's a lot worse, COVID this, COVID that. It could be worse. I'm just like, okay, great, but what do I do with all of this, man? All of this rage, okay? I got 2 fistfuls of anger and a backpack full of hate for this, dude. But yeah, so I try to find the silver lining, man. I wish I could be like, there's this, but it's like I didn't even get COVID when it was popular. Okay, I didn't get it when it was like at the height of it. So I'm not a news story. I don't, no one cares. I'm just sick just to be sick. So I'm not thrilled, guys. I'm not thrilled. I'm not having the time and let my hair be any indicator of how I'm truly feeling, right? I have also talked how much I despise having my hair in front of my face. And the fact that I don't have the energy to move it or push it should let you know that I'm not feeling so great. And also, dude, the clothes, dude, there's something about being sick. I don't know how this shakes out to the point where you just find clothes. Like I don't know whose these are. I don't know where they came from. But you just find these random clothes and you're just wearing them. And God rest assured, dude, they're comfortable. Okay, they're comfortable. But yeah, I don't know what I'm wearing, but that's just the nature of being sick, dude. So yeah, man, I'm angry. That's how I'm feeling, dude. I'm just trying to get through it. Just trying to get through actual hell. Yeah, and God bless my mom. We're all sick except for my mom. She's taking care of business, taking care of everybody, and and moms never stop being a mom. And they can be kind of nitpicky. Like with my hair, man. I'll do my hair up, and we're getting ready to come through. Like, are you gonna go fix your hair? And I'm like, I already did. Like they're very critiquey. And not just, for their sake, but for yours. They do care, and that doesn't stop when you're 23 years old or however many people you have in the house sick. And my mom's like, okay, do this, take this, you're not doing this right, sleep here, sleep this way, this many pillows, this foot in, this foot out, and when you're sick, and it can be kind of annoying in a way, and you're just like, I'm just trying to be comfortable, it doesn't really matter what you're doing, whatever, Mom, you just kind of brush it off, like, whatever, I'm just trying to do it the way I want to do it, and you think you know better, but the freaking, it just gets even worse when you think you know it all, and then she's freaking right, dude. She's right, man. So I'm doing all this stuff, like, I just want to do it my own way, and then I follow her advice, and sure enough, it works, and I start feeling better. I'm sleeping in the base, like, sleep here, sleep this way. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is, don't be a dunce, okay? Don't be stubborn, like I'd be stubborn. I'm just like, I just want to be comfortable. Listen to your mom. This is just a lesson for you as well, Tristan. Listen to your freaking mom, because she knows what's better. Like I said, you want to know who the one person in the house who isn't sick? It's my mom, okay? She knows what she's doing, and you try and just brush it off just because you're like, I'd rather be comfortable, but she knows best. Don't be stubborn, guys, or don't be stubborn towards your mom. I'm stubborn. I can be stubborn with a lot. I'm stubborn right now, dude. my body, this is the last thing I felt up for, was trying to portray into a comedic show right now and get into the booth and be like, hey, but I'm stubborn towards my own bodies. My body's like, no, let's not do that, Tristan, no, stop. We should just give it a week, let's rest. I'm like, shut up, dude. Who's doing this, huh? Who moves the hands? Who moves the head? I control the body. So I'm not letting my body tell me what I feel like doing. I am the sentient entity, or whatever you want to call it. You know, you want to connect the body and the brain or whatever. It's like, no, dude, whatever part of me that's running the ship, that's who's steering it, and I'm going to tell it what to do. I don't care how I'm feeling. I'm in control. So I get stubborn towards myself sometimes, which is it's an awkward battle to have, but rest assured, you know, we're going to be here doing a podcast regardless. Yeah, dude, it's okay to be stubborn towards yourself sometimes. That's how you overcome some things, man. And this is a dumb thing, but I was hanging a photo up just a couple days ago. It's my little full circus 1 year anniversary thing my mom got for me. Again, thank you, Mother. Love you. And I don't have OCD or anything, you know, but like the picture just kept getting crooked. It was a crooked frame. And I know people want to say, hey, you got OCD, and like this. Like, I mean, I think everyone like just genuinely like regularly wants something to be straight. You know, it is pleasing. No one just hangs it. It's like, okay, whatever, love it. That's just not how that works. So I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, can't. And I finally got it straight. And then I got so stubborn with myself that I was like, I just sat there and I was getting upset over the fact that it wasn't straight, that I went back and I crooked the freaking thing on purpose. After I got it fixed, I was like, no, my brain doesn't get to tell me what I feel. Like, I'm not going to be hung up on that, no pun intended. I'm not going to be just stuck up on the fact that that thing's not straight and lose sleep and get all twitchy over it. I was like, no way, no how, man. So I went back and I twisted that thing. I could hang it upside down for all I care. I'm telling my body and my brain how I feel and the way we're going to be doing things. And that's how stubborn I can be sometimes, man. But you know what? I'm not feeling great, so I have a right to be stubborn, I think, okay? Yeah, dude, it's okay to be stubborn sometimes. Man, I can be stubborn, dude. I can be stubborn. Just like with little things. I don't even know if stubborn's always the words, but I can be just really just stuck and committed to the thing. That is the definition of stubborn, isn't it? Yeah, so there was a time, it was actually just another, again, we're just knocking down all the walls today here, dude. I was going to get something for my mom, and she gave me these coupons. And she's like, okay, you can get a snack, candy, or whatever like this. So I go in here with these 2 coupons to get some candy, and I'm buying these things. Like, oh, you gotta get like add an extra $10 of candy or whatever to get this dealer coupon. I don't know how coupons work. I don't like them. I get a little bit anxious when I do them because I just expect them to fail. I don't know if I'm thinking people are judging me. It's like, oh, you can't afford the candy or whatever. I don't know what goes through my brain. But when I'm doing that, so I ring all this stuff up and I get this candy ready and the coupons don't go through. So now I'm stuck here with like $20 worth of candy, and and then I could just go put it back, but I don't want to make it look like I can't afford the candy, which I didn't even want the candy in the first place, but my mom gave me a coupon, said the coupon needed to be used today, so I had to buy it right now. Don't speak like that. Okay, I gotta remember to conserve. But yeah, so I had all this candy on the counter, and I didn't even want the candy to begin with, but now as the coupons were out of the picture, I was like, you know what, screw it. I was like, no, I'm sticking with my committed plan that we were already going through. I was like, yeah, ring it up. I guess I'm buying $20 worth of candy that was supposed to be free, and I just did it anyway because I felt like I had to, and I can be stubborn like that, man. Sometimes you just get locked in. I get locked in onto what I'm feeling and whatever the path is. I feel like I'm just saying words and I'm not actually saying anything right now. Like my brain's kind of fogging out. Just say the next one. Find another word and say that. But yeah, man, I get so tunnel visioned, right? Like on whatever your idea was or whatever final result this was going to be, you know, however I get there, I knew that I was going to end with this amount of candy, regardless if it had to come out of my own pocket or if I had to look like a fool in the middle of doing so. Yeah. What's another thing? What's another time that's happened? Oh, dude, it happened just recently at like TJ Maxx. So I was checking out, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to get a TJ Maxx card?" And I was like, "No, it's fine." She's like, "Really? It's just like you just answer like 2 questions, then you get 10% off." I'm like, "Well, 10% off? Hot dang, you know?" And so I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? Fine, do the thing." So we begin to pull up this thing, these 2 questions, and then she's like, "Okay, it's actually going to be a credit check, and that's how they're going to get you this TJ Maxx card." And I knew this was going to fail, and I knew that this was going to backfire, especially when they do this. It's going to make my credit score go down because I'm not going to pass, and I didn't even want it at this point. But now I was too embarrassed to back out of this because we had already gone through these things, even though it was only 2 questions. I was like, you know what? I'm committed to the play, man. I'm nothing if not stubbornly committed to the play. So I ran the whole thing knowing darn well what the result was going to be. And sure enough, the card failed. I didn't get it. Credit score went down, and I didn't even get the 10%. But yeah, that's how stubborn I can be sometimes, and we got to work on that. I guess I should work on being stubborn towards my own stubbornness. And that is a deep and philosophical issue for another time, man. If I could look at my own self and be like, you know what? I don't tell you how stubborn we're going to be. I'll be as stubborn as I want. And that just opens up a wormhole of me saying, no, 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 no. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting for sure. Well, at least it's getting warmer out, dude. I'll tell you that much, man. It's feeling good, dude. It's hot. Although it's probably like too hot for a lot of people. Be like, oh, let's go inside, get in the AC. I'm like, no, 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 dude. I love the heat. I love the heat regardless. But right now, I feel like part of my COVID symptoms are like the chills, man. So when I go outside, dude, I'll go in a freaking hoodie. I don't care. You put me in a cauldron like Bugs Bunny and the Witch. I'll start slicing up some vegetables. Like, what are we making? Me today? So be it. You know, just let me get warm. So yeah, I love the heat, dude. It feels good for me. But yeah, it's definitely interesting in Ohio. We're not used to just nice, hot, warm weather. It's rare, dude. And I'll tell you this much: I saw somebody with a freaking snowplow on their truck. By the way, it's the middle of June. In case you're watching this some other time, it's the middle of June, and people in Ohio are driving around with a snowplow. And if that is not the definition of being an Ohioan, I don't know what is. Because it's just like, listen, I know it's 105 degrees out right now, but you never know, right? You get, like, just in case, I'm going to be ready. So this guy still has this freaking thing on, and it makes me laugh just like to see it. It brought me so much joy just to realize that Ohio is that chaotic, and it's just that off the rails, man. Because you don't know. That's the truth. We've had snow in June. We had it all the time. We don't know what's going to happen next. Welcome to Ohio. Yeah, so that guy, he's just going to have to ride that off. I mean, at this point, you never know. So just hold it off until fall, and there'll be snow, or there could be snow tomorrow. What do I know? Yeah, so I think that's actually everything I had to talk about today. I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, but, cut me some slack. I'm just trying to breathe. But yeah, man, I'm angry. I'm furious, dude. Yeah, so I'm gonna go try and find that little silver lining and find some peace and comfort in the world, and hopefully get enough energy to push my freaking hair out of my face, man. But right now, I got bigger fish to fry. So yes, guys, that is it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay healthy for the love of God. Don't be like me. Don't be so stubborn. Listen to your mom. Mom, thank you so much. I love you. You're literally, you're the best. And Tristan, in the future, I don't know. What did you do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. You were, besides, not paying attention to your mom's advice, but as far as getting COVID, I washed my hands. I steered clear of everything, dude. I didn't deserve this. That's why it's even more heartbreaking, dude. And the world's just not fair. But sometimes you just gotta be stubborn, man. You gotta make a podcast I tell my body what to do, baby. I tell my body. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Take it, watch. Don't know what I'm saying.